Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. I didn't have time to record yesterday, so to make up for that, this is probably going to be a little bit larger of an episode, both in scope and in the running time. I want to make some progress here, and it's going a little slower than I would like. We're currently at 12 systems. What do we have to get to? 35? 32. It's turned 99, but this has to accelerate. We're making more siege ships, and I think that's a good way to start going about it. Oh, before I get too far into things, I do want to say thank you to everybody who, on the last episode, provided me with answers and use cases for the Chain Gang program technology. If you are not sure how to best make use of converting your population into manpower, check out the comments of the last episode. A lot of good ideas there. And basically, I think what it comes down to is that the last few games, I've been so bad at food production. Bad at's maybe not the right word, but I've chosen not to do any food production. It's a lot more useful to convert population into manpower when that population is easily replaced. It just takes forever for me to generate pop because I'm not getting enough food. Anyway, we have siege ships going on Indusa and Pardalis. I mean, Indusa's falling. It is in the process of falling. Once we get Indusa down, I think we're going to keep pushing this fleet more slowly, sort of, through Sofan territory. They're not going to be able to put up too much of a resistance. We've removed a lot of their manufacturing base. And a lot of this fleet is going to come up and start helping us out with the Vaulters, because we certainly are having some difficulty. The Vaulters are much better fighters than the Sofans are. Seems kind of strange. You would expect the Sofans to have good ships. Anyway, do we need to do anything else before? We need to tell Duce to build stuff. That's what we need to do. We also need to acquire some more Red Sang. And money. We need to make more money. We have a lot of needs. Okay, it looks like we could probably positively affect the... oops. Nope. Dropped from 76 to 77. I was just thinking, this planet's actually not that negative on approval. But it's a little more negative than I would like. Well, you know what? It's only going to bring it down a little bit. And we do get a fair amount of extra influence, or industry, rather, from doing that. Alright, let's get to making food. I'm still trying to pump our influence, for a lot of reasons, you know. Looks like Bonnie is reasserting its aura a little bit. Losing Bonnie and its entire influence aura really hurt us. Alright, if the military faction wins the election, I think we're going to see our approval skyrocket. The latest political survey has them up. We're going to reinforce that with our actions. Where is battle? Centaurus, show me. Okay. This is an issue of them underestimating our cruisers again, I think. So you guys want to be at medium range with your energy weapons. See, the cruiser's getting good damage in because they're so focused on the energy weapons that the rest of the fleet has that they're not really preparing for the bombers. I guess I could have watched that. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. A decisive victory. Barely any damage, even. I do appreciate all of the science they're hand-delivering to us. Alright, maybe we should just go for the preemptive bombing. We'll deal more damage this way. The lowered manpower deployment limit doesn't actually matter. I just want this to be over with. Okay, Indusa has turned orange. And we've regained control over the constellation. It's quite a large constellation, isn't it? The whole galaxy is one. This whole part of the two-part galaxy is just a single constellation. I guess I knew that because there's starlanes everywhere. That's weird. And then there's one through here. Usually the game generates 5, so that there can be, you know, plus 15% for each of the main resources. But maybe it didn't generate that many, or maybe there are 3 constellations over here. Anyway, focusing. Remember when I was paying attention to what was going on? That was weird. So let's merge you guys up. Possible we've overcommitted to induce a small amount. I don't know. Alright. Combat ships to Mayal. Siege ships to Juyin, I guess. We can burn this down pretty quickly, I think. And I guess you guys also head to Mayal. Alright. Bonnie now has better industry. Things are getting better. See, Bonnie is a place where we could really use that level 3 system upgrade. Alright, we'll check this out in a second. Oh, I guess also this. We're not even happy right now. Why don't we worry about this stuff first? What is up with the market cost of Red Sang? It is low. There's a lot of it. So if I wanted to say buy 150 for 2 boosters, I would need 8.6k gold. Gold? Dust? You know what I mean. Let's say 130 of this stuff. And we actually have too much Jadonics now. You can imagine such a thing. I don't know, let's sell 440 of it. Bam. Demand suddenly spiked. I have no idea why. What could cause that? Alright, we need to institute level 3 system developments on planets that need population and influence. Or systems that need population and influence. So Bonnie's not a bad place for it, but let's see if it actually is one of the top 2. Systems that have lots of worlds, but not that much population. Yeah, you know, we can use some extra food over here. We don't really need the influence. Let's see if there's another great candidate. Dill could use the food. It doesn't really need the influence, but it's definitely high on the list. Ash is currently food negative. We should solve that, but we haven't even built the basic food tech here. I'm looking for things like, yeah, Kyrus. Kyrus is pretty far. Nope, Kyrus is not pretty far out. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of Kochab. How is Kochab doing? You know, it wouldn't be terrible. What else? We have a lot of places where there's a lot of worlds. We already have some decent population. Alright. I think Kyrus is getting one of them. Or Kochab, rather. Keep doing that. And it's not like these are super exclusive. We can always develop more. So Bonnie doesn't super need the food. Novarus actually could really use the food. Oh, it's already... yeah, it's already upgraded. Of course it could. That's why I did that. Viatris has a lot of population space available. And it's pretty far forward. It could grab these nebular clouds. You know what? Yeah. This seems like a fine place to do it. Also, places that are unhappy with us, because we do have system upgrades that give approval based on system level. In 20 turns, ensure that population from minor civilizations is higher. Yeah, well, I mean, we're trying to cause births to happen. Oh, and also this thing is happening. The anti-hero with 1,000 faces. It looks like the reward for this is maybe the same in every game, because I think this is what it was last time. High crew killed per hit weapon. Well, it wouldn't be a terrible thing to have. Let's pin this quest. So, Rotanev, Ceres, Viasharus, and Mizar. Okay. I believe this ship is headed over here, so we may as well just grab that now. Oh, that's right. I have ships out here actually, like, doing scouting. Alright, we're probably going to be waiting quite a while. These siege ships have to get a lot of work done. And Indusa, as expected, has basically no infrastructure because I did some things here. We should probably ship some population over. So, this is not my level 2 system upgrade. Can I see what the yield of this is? Okay, plus 60 dust. That's fine, I guess. So yeah, we should ship some population over, and we should build this thing eventually. Who has population nearby? Mira. How's food going here? Going alright. Yeah, I'll ship a couple units of population over. It should be fine. Do we have... Well, first of all, you guys need to be over here. And we can shift a couple units of these over to here. Yeah, actually, we're so miserable on these ice planets. It maybe is not better for our approval to be on the ice planets. And then... Right, I was going to ship 2 units of population, actually. So... Wait, can I not put a second? Huh. That's strange. Do you only get 1 slot per... Oh, no. Okay, weird. Yeah, we'll send over a couple units of population. That'll speed things up over there. And we have lots of places that we could settle new systems to drive our system count up, but I'm a little worried about pushing this too hard. Cultural and verdicts is going to help a little bit. Now we do have a lower cost than a lot of other factions do to over colonizing. It's one of our traits as an empire. Okay, obviously you can't be here. Please go away. Yeah, we have a lower cost, but it's not a 0 cost, as you might imagine. We still have to be careful about it. Alright, Leo doesn't really need the food. We might be able to take a little break on ship production for a while. Yeah, let's get some dust building and I guess some science. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, we'll put in the food work first. My biggest concern here, actually, is that we may end up in a case where we are intentionally delaying. Like, we could get a science victory faster, but we're choosing not to just so that we can get our conquest victory. Because that doesn't feel great, right? You wanna take the shortest route available to you. It's just not always the same route. Well, it looks like this is going to go about how I thought it was going to go. Yeah, the militarists have taken over pretty much everywhere. Not great for our society as a whole. In the long term, possibly. Alright, minus 10% dust upkeep. Plus lots of stuff for every opponent command point destroyed. And, of course, a great big wad of happiness from the Jingoist Joy Bill. Plus 15 approval per war. I think we do want to run the Spoils of War Act. We'll get good benefit out of that. It's going to be a little costly, but... And hey, look at that. 93% devoted. Lots and lots of ecstatic worlds. Everybody loves a good war, apparently. Well, they're sending some defense against us. Strangely, they did not merge their ships together, so they aren't attacking us all at once. Alright, we'll deal with that in a minute. Oh, we've got enough Sophons in our empire now that the Sophon quest is triggered. One of the problems with having Sophons in your empire is that the little eggheads seem to have a particular genius for goofing off. Hardly a week goes by without news of neurohopped Sophon youngsters rampaging through town, or explosions of increasingly exotic colors and smells bombarding your residential areas. Either these guys need to get a job, or you need to find a way to put them in their place. Well, if we build 3 science star system improvements in 16 turns, we get a thing. That is completely trivial to do. Or garrison 2 military ships in Viatris to get a unique improvement that will boost the approval of 1 system by 20. Well, this will give us 50 science. Okay, this is also unique. It's strange that the, this is a system improvement unique, while this is a unique improvement. Weird. Where's Viatris? It's close to the front. We could totally do either of these. Our current science output is such that 50 science doesn't really excite me, so I think we're gonna take the other option here. Step up police efforts. Not a solution that I would necessarily endorse in real life. Okay, so we're sieging these guys. It's going to take a little while. We really do need to step up our siege ships. Okay, we're also being attacked at Centaurus. Well, let's resolve this one first. The Ring... Yeah, they're going to be bringing the same kinds of weapons against all of our fleets, just due to our makeup. I guess when we do it this way, we have no flotillas trying to stay at medium range, which is probably good for us. 630 science. Alright, this other ship that showed up here also needs to get blown up. Yeah, retreat seems wise. So we know our base law changed. Now this is a little bit more interesting. So what are we seeing here? Nope, never mind. It's the exact same thing. Except here we actually get 3 flotillas. So the question becomes... do we want to be short, short, medium, or long, long, medium? Plus 75% shield absorption is significant. And since we have to have 1 flotilla at a non-ideal range no matter what we do, I guess this is an okay way to go. Let's make sure that we're setting up cruiser in medium, huh? I think I want to go with the cruiser in the long, or in the 3rd flotilla where it definitely can't be shot at. We'll run these guys out here. Let's see how things are actually going against the Vaulter ships. So I need to know what our situation is here, so that I need to know how to step up building efforts. If we defeat this fleet cleanly, I think it speaks very well for our probability of wiping out the Vaulters entirely, because this is probably a non-trivial number of ships for them. I can't imagine they have too much more. Okay, let's get close enough that we see some numbers. Alright, our bombers are on the way. They're going to get here kind of late. I apologize, everybody, but I'd much rather lose the small ships than the medium one. Looks like the damage output on this flotilla is bad. Bombers are they going all the way across to the... They are. They're going all the way to the opposite flotilla. That's maybe not ideal. I feel like they could have done some more damage over here. And they didn't get there until this guy had nothing else to shoot at, unfortunately. Yeah, I really wish that the bombers had come over here. We could have wiped this one out, no question. I don't know how to have predicted the thing that happened here. Yep, so they have the morale bonus because we're down to 1 flotilla now because of that targeting decision. Are we at least going to get this one? Okay. The answer to that looks to be yes. Very much yes. And we're not really taking a lot of damage on our medium ship, but this did not work out the way I was hoping it would. Alright, go bombers, go! Oh wait, they have another ship to destroy real fast over here. Well, the volleys are good. Yeah, we need to get more bombers per fleet. Alright, so we're out of their firing arc. It looks like our bombers aren't going to make it over here before they get away. We see here a logistics fleet. That's mine. All of that is mine. Alright, well... we have a lot incoming, but it's going to be a second before they arrive. I think our cruisers should be able to drive these guys off. This thing's pretty injured. I'm going to take the shot. I suppose long range is actually the best way to go, because the hero is a little bit more effective at short. Alright, let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're not really sustaining much damage. Oh, they actually almost killed one of the bombers. They did kill one of the bombers, and just in time for that volley not to kill them. Yeah, they have a little bit of fighter support. That's helpful. So if the fighters actually, like, if all of the bombers from the ship got defeated, I wonder if there would be another group, or, like, do I actually only get 3 bombers per battle? Also, do they repair fully between battles, even battles that happen in the first turn, in the same turn? It looked like they went out without any damage on them there, but I'm not sure that they sustained any damage in the first place. Oh, hey, look, a Lumeris system. Boy, that black is very hard to see. I assume there is a black influence bubble here, so that because of the way these red ones are shaped, but I actually can't. There it is. I can barely see the edge. Okay, we're still working out the color thing. That'll come with time. Let's see what else is over here. I'm going to try to guess where that star lane ends. Alright, let's get a little bit more vision of what's going on. So, interesting. A Lumeris system in the middle of Craverland. I wonder if that used to be a Craver system, or if several of these used to be Lumeris. And we do know that the Cravers generated a victory warning for the Conquest Victory type, so presumably they have quite a few systems that they've taken from other people. Now we have no strategics, lots of luxury deposits. We're actually going to be generating positive dust, which means we will be able to buy stuff from the marketplace without having to sell stuff first. That will be cool. Alright, we got some more siege ships up. I kind of think we might even build more. Like, we really, really need a lot. Okay, so you don't have any actual siege capability. I guess head back to Bonnie then? No reason to send them directly into Vaulter territory. And I actually am, I think, going to just make some more siege units. These guys are going to be an important part of our strategy going forward. Do I want to rush some of these? We're making good dust now, especially since we're getting it from battles. Oh, you should probably be... Yeah, let's go ahead and spend some dust to rush these. I'm going to try to bank influence for buying tech, I think. What do you need? Well, we can make some siege ships pretty quickly on Dill as well. Yeah, and they're not too far outside of Vulture territory. I think we actually might have enough combat ships, honestly. But we need to reduce population. We need to reduce ground defense populations much more quickly than we are currently doing. That'll help us deal with all these pirates, too. I don't know how there are so many pirate systems. Okay. No way. No, here's the thing. I need systems, you know? Alright, they're trying to force our hand. We have enough influence over our people to say, no. No, listen. We got this under control. So, I'm trying to figure out the trade system value here. I don't actually know where my trade system runs to. Oh, okay. We're definitely going through Crayon. Is there an overlay that shows me system trade value? Maybe on this screen? You know, I actually don't know how to see that. The economy scan is pretty useful. Oh, okay, it's this value here, huh? And you can see, I don't use this view very often, but you can use this to see sort of like, this percentage of our output is science, and this percent is influence. And if we zoom in further, you can get actual numbers on that. This augmented reality scope for giving other views of your empire's information. Here we can see where our trade routes are. If some were blockaded, we can see where the problem is so that it's easier to clear out. If we zoom out further, it becomes the diplomatic relations and eventually the general diplomacy screen, which is hard to read but very nice looking. It kind of looks like a really good Winamp visualizer. And if we zoom in all the way to the system level, it does numerical breakdowns by planet with all of our population's preferred resources. Our population synergies. Oh, okay. What we're producing, what we would produce extra of if we were satisfying the conditions on our population. Like, you know, some people like to produce certain resources on, what do you call it? On cold planets. Like if we moved some of these Ambler here, they would produce some extra industry, etc. I don't look at it all that often, but it's useful. Well, it looks like Centaurus is about to be unfriendly to us. Now we have enough population or enough health to successfully retreat here, and I think we have to. We slowed them down for long enough. We got to fall back to Bonnie and regroup a little. I don't love this fleet's chances against that one either, so these guys are probably also going to have to retreat once they arrive at Centaurus, which is a shame, because it's going to damage them. Don't want to go straight to Rookbat. I guess, actually, have this guy meet up with the people at Juyin. Oh hey, we discovered Kairos. Kairos, when discovered, was a planet whose environment was so welcoming that it was taken by many pre-Dust Endless sects as their promised paradise. Unfortunately, conflict and strife exploded over its care and exploitation, and a grey goo nanobot plague was unleashed as a suicidal doomsday weapon that destroyed the biosphere. It exists today only as a memorial and object lesson. I gotta say, the Grey Goo scenario, of all of these sort of like science fiction, here's how humanity might end itself scenarios, the Grey Goo is one of the ones that really like terrifies me on an existential level the most. Okay, well, it looks like we're going back up that way. So let's send a probe this way, see what we can see. And it is, in fact, the Lumeris are pushing forward, although they may have just purchased this system rather than taking it by force. In fact, definitely the case, because look, the defense is... it says 0%, but the population is still there. They're just not ready to fight on account of the recent changeover. Okay, Cultural Inverdicts is 1 turn out. Getting a little worried about the Vaulters. Oh, hey. Ambler got to 10? That's cool. Doesn't really help us much. 20 is where stuff starts to get cool. Remnant are getting there. Alright, we're going to need more big ships, apparently. I thought we were cool on warships. I think now that we are not. We're probably going to have to actually get some better weapon modules, too. Here we go. Let's participate in this photobomber quest a little bit. Alright, that's the only one that's been searched, it looks like. I think this brave little ship could make it to Ceres. Alright, get in defense mode here. We are probably going to need to put some dust together for quick repairs. I doubt we can afford to wait until this thing heals naturally. But we don't need to do it before the rest of these ships show up. Alright, we're a quarter of the way there. And about an eighth of a way there. We do have 6 siege ships here. I'm a little surprised that it's not going faster. Alright, well, we're working on it. If we get to 3 anomalies scanned, or curiosity scanned for this, I think there's a pretty good chance that we win it. Oh right, the planet's in defense mode. They can't just get away. Well, they have a longship and a Drakkar. We have a lot of small ships, but I don't trust us to win this, and I really don't want to lose this fleet right now. Not when we could retreat to safety at Bonnie and then just come back at him in a couple of turns. I mean, okay, if you're gonna keep falling for this. I don't know what these Sophons are thinking. Now that we have that extra policy in place, though, we're getting a crazy amount of science from killing medium ships, so I guess I'm down with them keeping it up. It's just weird. And now that he has this, unfortunately, I think we're... yeah, plus vision range, I guess. That's a thing we could take. That's got some value. Okay, obviously you have to go away. You can't be here. If you're wondering why he stayed and fought when he was definitely going to die, I think he had like exactly 60% health, and retreating would have killed him as well, so... may as well take some pot shots at your enemies while you're at it. Okay, these are coming down at about 10% each per turn. We're getting there. Alright, Trappist 1 is ecstatic and will remain so for the foreseeable future. Let's get a little bit more food going, and then probably more ships, I would guess. It's probably more ships time. Okay. Again, obviously you can't be here. It's like all the other factions forgot they declared war on me or something. Huh. Oh, that guy... That guy didn't have a neutral retreat. Let's check the state of everything real quick. Are we still the only war for most people? Oh, the Sylvan Alliance has gone to war with the Cravers. That's interesting. Give them something to think about down on their south end.
This contact is...
Oops. And the Vodiani... No, Vodiani are not at war with anybody else. I do like that I just called her up on the comm screen, and she started to yell at me, and I hung up immediately, halfway through the first sentence. Feels like a very United Empire move. You guys are a bunch of jerks. Well, I think the Sylvan Empire is on its outs. Weird that the Cravers declared on them, but not on Green? Especially given that the Cravers clearly need to expand northward to get away from the Lumeris machine that is devouring them all. The Lumeris machine that I am increasingly concerned about, actually. Alright, Kyrus is going to need food. And Mira got the food tech already, is producing a reasonable amount of food. But you know what? I'm going to lean into a little bit more food even, because we really do need to get our manpower generation up. And our influence. And honestly, I might switch all these planets to influence. Like, hold on, let's see something real quick. Let's say I wanted to pick up, I don't know, advanced fusion power, maybe? Hyperion magnetics, something like this. The science cost of this is 6165. Okay, so it looks like 1 point of science is slightly better than 1 point of dust. Or 1 point of influence in terms of getting you technology. I really want to get up and get the next level of bombers and stuff, because they actually seem to be quite effective. More command points would definitely be helpful. Plus 2 command points per hull type on Empire. Well, we certainly have access to a lot of hulls. The Blast Effect Battery can only be fitted on heavy mounts. Fires once every phase. Ignores shields and hull plating. And just does 650 damage to the entire flotilla that it fires at, I guess? Has no type. Huh. That's interesting. I do want that. Additional manpower modules and advanced swarm missiles here. So, advanced swarm missiles can help our bombers be more effective against ships that equip flak defenses. It kind of looks like everybody's obsessed with putting together energy weapons, but at some point they could switch to bullet weapons. And if they do, swarm missiles are great at distracting those flak defenses so that they're not actually shooting at our missiles or ships. So we go up here. The thing is, I kind of want to get the core cracker, just because I've never used one before. It's not actually very helpful for us, considering we want our systems intact. But maybe we blow up just like one planet. You know, just one single little planet. We blow it up. What else could I get? Body Language Institute would probably be a pretty okay building. If we unlocked that, then we would have this last tier here, which will give us extra movement on civilian ships, the ability to build the obelisks, and an extra law slot. Oh, actually, you know what we should get to move us up the tree here? Is upgrades to our Sheridan-class hulls, so that we can carry more modules on them. Yeah, I like that. Let's make that a priority. We'll get our extra law slot, and then we'll figure out advanced weapons. So I do want to leave these guys on science, probably. Okay, the Smoking Gun Part 1 has come to an end. Yeah, with good honest policy. Our blend of idealism and discipline resonates with the population who sing our praises. Not that we particularly needed 20 extra approval, but we sure do have it. Okay. So their fleet that they were using to defend Centaurus has moved to Mayal. We're going to fight them there. We're also going to charge back to Centaurus from Bani. They're able to move instantly between their systems because they have a portal technology that I really, really wish we had access to. Well, hold on. Before we do anything, let's deal with all our notifications. We lost control over the system. Okay. Well, all of our enemies have joined in an alliance against us. I guess that does make diplomacy somewhat easier to manage. Even more influence for Novarus. Now it's starting to push against Mizar. It's doing fine work. It actually will take Mayal eventually. A little slower than I would like, probably. Alright, so I think let's sell some things so that we can do a rush repair job. Let's see, it's going to be about 18k, followed by about 11.
I greet you in the name of the...
That's a lot of sales. I do like the horns in the Lumeris theme. They're very like mafia movie. Well, let's see. We could sell a bunch more Genonics. And I don't know that we're going to be able to get anywhere near the values we need to hit. Yeah, this rush repair thing might not be in the cards. Just not enough dust. Well, let's sell a bunch of this. That gets us some of the way. And then if we sell... I don't know. No, not... Sorry. 75 of these. These are a little bit less valuable, but... Yeah, you know, we can make it. We can make it. So all of that. And honestly, all of that. Okay. Together, I think these fleets should be able to get the job done. I do wish we had more cruisers. Boy, I sure have a lot of siege ships on the way out. Trying to figure out how I want to rebalance these. I guess let's grab 2 of the corvettes from here. Merge them into this fleet. Okay, so they want to be at medium range, we know that. These ships are all pretty modern. We can buy some time for the cruisers to do the for the cruiser singular to do its thing. I'm a little worried about putting the cruiser in the faraway fleet, because it will absorb some damage. Being a coordinator, it'll draw some fire if we put it in a flotilla where it can be fired upon. Yeah, I'm expecting to see post-op analysis from them, probably. Yeah, this might cost us some ships, but I do think it's one of the safer ways to do the thing. The cruisers are what we need to keep alive, more than anything else. The other ships are much more easily replaced. It's not like it's hard for us to build more cruisers, but it's harder, certainly. So yeah, see, it happens over here, too. His launched ships immediately go for a different flotilla than the one that he should be directly fighting. Strange. This is one of the dangers of using fighters and bombers, is that their targeting is a little awkward to control. So once again, the bombers are going for the wrong flotilla. They should definitely be headed toward this one. Like, what's the way that we can guarantee we will deal the smallest amount of damage during this battle? They found it. Okay, so I suspect they'll take that longship down. Let's see how this battle over here is going without them. It looks like we should be able to get the Drakkar, provided that those bombers can get the job done over here quickly. They're not. Not really doing things quickly. There is... Once again, there are 2 ships over here, so that's a problem. Yeah, the main problem with the bombers is just the incredible slowness. It takes them a long time to start dealing damage. And because they chose to cross the entire battlefield instead of attacking the near flotilla, they didn't actually deal any damage until the battle was about half over. Well, this is why watching the battles is good. You get much more detailed feedback. Alright, so we're going to have to make some changes in our design. Of course, another thing that we're going to do is just try to completely overpower them. Generate some additional command points and just outship them at every fight. Wow, really? You couldn't even kill the little ship. Well, we did get the longship at least. This is the most dangerous of their ships, but this is a ridiculous outcome. Alright, we're going to change up our strategy a little bit. But to what? We need weapon modules that will make people... We need to slow down the battle, basically. See, I mean, the problem really might be just that we're committing too many small ships to a lot of these. You know, I'm gonna rush these. Yeah, I think that might actually be the issue. At 49%, 65%, we're getting there. There's a single ring vessel that's about to arrive and then immediately retreat. Oh hey, the first dreadnought's actually finished. We could definitely use some food tech here. So we have some ships coming in, including a couple of mediums, but they're pretty bad ships. Where's this dreadnought going to be able to get to quickly? Well, it looks like no matter what path we take, he's going through Scythe, so we may as well have that be the first spot he lands. We'll get him there, and then we'll figure it out from there later. We're holding our own. I'm a little concerned that we're not doing it quickly enough. We're not really holding our own that well against the Vaulters, I suppose. Alright, you do have a retreat, right? Yeah, Scythe is a safe neutral retreat. I think that's probably what we have to do. Okay, I think what happened here is we got a notification per player that's in the pact. That's that group of people who hate us. So you guys are not currently locked in battle. Okay, you can't leave until the encounter is finished, though. Oh no, the Anti-Aggression Pact is a different alliance that was just created. Well, that being the case, I am a little bit worried about 3 notifications all of a sudden. I'm not really sure what that could mean. Never enough siege. Yeah, get over here. I'll figure it out from there. So you guys probably just want to try to get to Centaurus. And here I think we got to take a retreat, right? Pretty sure we just get murdered. Well, you know, this is a small and a small. Maybe I should do this. There's a chance we could make this happen. With us being in the same flotilla, with us only having one flotilla to fire at, probably, the bombers won't do quite as bad of a job, I think. I hope. Yeah, let's try it. I guess we want to be short range. It doesn't matter a huge amount. Let's see what damage we can do. I do think I can afford to throw away ships a little bit more than they can. So we could just pressure them by taking trades wherever we can, even kind of bad trades. The hero ship's gonna die immediately. Because it's at 1 health. But let's see if we can get some meaningful damage on this Drakkar. Because if I trade my medium ship for their medium ship in this situation, I think that's a win. And it sure does take the bombers a while to get on target. And we're taking some damage from that fighter. Some pretty bad damage from that fighter. Fighter DPS is not terrible. It does look like they're having trouble dealing damage to us, though. They're mostly fighting defensively over here. I think they're going to kill the bombers. Yeah, they're going to kill the bombers before we can destroy the ship. Yeah, I don't think the one bomber can't get through 1200 health fast enough. He's going to get one more volley. It's close. It was close. And then, yeah, we have no more ships for the rest of the battle. Okay. Well, we're going to be improving these cruiser designs. We're working on that tech. Are they going to be able to get him down? It looks like they will not. Okay. Eject you, merge you guys together, and counterattack. I'm curious to see whether our cruiser has bombers. That's a lot of what this is about. So we're just seeing pretty much the same ships we've been seeing? Yeah. Okay. We'll try to play it short-ranged, and I'm going to put this guy in the flotilla that I know can't be directly opposed. Because I'm curious if he actually has bombers to launch. I mean, it says 3 is his number of operational bomber units. Hopefully, his bombers will pick the middle flotilla this time because it's the only one that has medium ships in it. Overhead. Let's see where those bombers end up. So he does have 3 functional bomber units, but they don't have full health. So the bomber module does remember amounts of health. Also, he doesn't have to attack the medium ship at all. Our medium ship immediately destroyed it. Like, instantly. Now, these are mostly minor faction vessels that we stole. So they're not particularly good. But we have a medium and he doesn't. It's going to make it difficult for him to win. Size does matter a lot for ships. Bombers get to approach from a good angle here. He's done for. They don't do their best damage against small ships, but these ships do not have a ton of health either. And it looks like their laser weapons are actually completely incapable of dealing any damage at all. Okay. I feel like I have a much better handle on how bombers and fighters should be used now. This is a good game, if only for getting me educated to that. Good work, ×2. Alright, like I said, I think this is pretty bad for the Vultures. My suspicion is they don't have a lot of production available to them, given that they have very few worlds, and we can see that there are no ships on many of them. So we have no siege vessels on Mayal. We've got a while on Juyin yet. We've got siege ships coming. Yeah, we'll be alright. Hadrilenko's ship has exploded so many times, I feel like there ought to be some kind of consequence for that. But instead, buffs for his whole fleet. Seriously, how many times can a man get blown up in space? Safely. My feeling would have been 0, but clearly that is not the case. I mean, more siege ships, right? I'm not done sieging people yet. Because we can use a small but powerful fleet. And our fleet's not small, but you know what I mean. A small number of groups of ships to apply pressure at specific points in an empire, draw their attack fleets to those positions, and then just absolutely inundate them. Siege ships everywhere. Let no system be safe. Oh wait, we found the academy. Okay, we don't have anywhere to go deeper in the galaxy, so... Wait. Where the photobomber curiosities, is one of them over here? No. None of them are in the middle. I could go back to Rotanev. I think I want to keep doing deep space stuff, though, so... Look for the next world to jump to. And I'm gonna bail out of here as soon as I can before these guys get any ideas. At 43%, that means Pardalis is, yeah, getting pretty close. Let's see here. He is on Bonnie. Personal militia does seem relevant. Bonnie's plenty happy now, I think. Yeah, extra influence. Always extra influence. Right, Centaurus is starting to suffer. We really do need more command points. Oh, and we just hit our new quadrant development. So, an extra law slot. What do we want to put up? Honestly, this is probably worth doing. We're still building ships in a lot of places. A 10%... Man, that's a lot of industry. This might be better than lower fleet costs. Although, lower fleet costs does cost half as much influence to maintain. This also has extra resources for us, though. And we are selling those resources. We're using them for stuff. Okay, everybody is in position doing things that need to be done, it looks like. Something tells me we are not yet done building dreadnoughts. I think we are we're going to continue to need them. I guess, actually, we should probably build some... Yeah, this is worth building now. We have a strategic deposit. It'll feed some decent industry to that system. That's not what I want. I want this. Alright. Kochab is happy enough to be producing some influence for us. Induce is a weird system. Not really sure what I want to do here. I guess there's no reason not to put in the sci-fi design school. Oh, except this... Wow. This system has really bad industry, and unfortunately it's not easily fixable because they put their level 2 system improvement on it instead of ours. Well, that'll help a lot. Riled researchers. It appears that an intergalactic congress of scientists has turned into a labor dispute. They've come to the conclusion that their work is grossly underappreciated and plan to halt all experimental efforts until their wages improve, their lab equipment is upgraded, and their work reported more professionally. I don't really want to take a science hit right now. We're doing important science. Minus 20 dust on systems on Empire. We have 13-ish systems. You know what? I think we can survive this. Alright, maybe it's time to do something. It's better to spend a little money than to see your knowledge and research talents dwindle and disappear. That is absolutely correct. I didn't actually click. Okay. You know, I picked it with my mind, and I didn't give the game any way of knowing that I had done that. Well, it's not the end of the world. I do wish we'd gotten the other one. I should have clicked. So the pirate mark has fallen off here. I'm keeping this fleet in place to defend us from Sophons, but I guess Sophons would probably rather, go try to defend their worlds. So maybe I can move these guys to Gatria just to make sure that we're holding down the Vaulters. It's 5 turns out, so it'd be 5 turns back. No, let's keep playing defense. We got all this stuff set. Working on our Hyperion magnetics, and then we're also going to need one more tech here. We could pick up one of these techs that gives you extra tactics. So hard target increases long-range defenses used to keep distance in battle. Radiation kills additional manpower per successful hit with energy weapons. Use it to kill the opponent's manpower, if you have energy weapons. Thanks, description. And diplomatic immunity increases defenses of zero attack power ships for both sides. Those don't seem particularly relevant to us. Titan ranks and enhance armor to minimize short-range damage. Earn influence based on destroyed ships. Or shrapnel musicians kill... Shrapnel munitions, which is the manpower thing for projectile weapons. Honestly, none of these groups of traits sound super great for us. We will get extra defenses out of it, though. I kind of think we want to take this one, then. The influence from destroyed ships could matter. And if we upgrade our plating, the enemies will be more likely to stay with energy weapons, which means that our fighters and bombers will have an easier time getting through. Let's pick that up. That'll give us access to a whole new tier of basic modules, and we'll be able to pursue additional command points and, whatever else we want. Although, we do need to get back to researching stuff in the, in this area, because we need to pick up 3 more techs here. Because we need access to level 4 system developments so that we can make use of the autonomous administration improvement, which will allow us to actually get out to the Empire size we need. So maybe that's worth doing first? Let's finish Hyperion Magnetics because we need new weapons, today, but... Yeah, maybe grab the mining techs and then also, Galactic Security Charter, which lets us build 2 additional trading companies. These are all pretty marginal dust techs. Well, we can improve the damage of our troops to try to make it easier for us to conquer. I think it's better to improve our damage than to improve our health. Yeah, alright. Well, that's a lot of research we have queued up, but we do need it. This is something we absolutely will need to finish the game the way we want to finish it. I feel good about it, though. I think we're doing well. I think we've basically... Another economy victory notification. Oh, hey, we discovered Husk. What a pleasant place. I can't believe our scout ship is being allowed to go this deep. Also, a truce has been proposed to us by these horrible, horrible people. We just barely have enough influence to cover it. I'm really glad that we didn't get forced into a truce there. They took us at our weakest, but we resisted. That's a lot of food for his system. Are we out of ways to generate influence? Yeah, it looks like it. Well, I do love a lot of food. Also, plus luxuries. Does Novus? Novus doesn't even have any luxuries that we are aware of. Okay. If we population cap, which we're close to, we can start sending population to other parts of the Empire. We should probably do that now. Just, you know, soften up these worlds a little bit. Because you'll notice this system is only content even though we have all those bonuses. So who really needs population? Kochab could probably use a little bit. Yeah, not really. It doesn't have that much space open. In fact, should probably put colonization on the docket there. What about, like, Indusa? Yeah, Indusa's cap isn't that high. I'm assuming that moving these guys will depress our... Oh, right. We don't actually own that world. So here on this jungle world, we are approval neutral. Here we're approval -3, yeah. So it's probably not going to be worth changing it over. Yeah, Leo's not that far from its cap. I think it is going to end up being Viacherus. Okay. Let's mail a couple of population points over to Viacherus. Anyone in particular? These guys like to be on sterile worlds, and they have sterile worlds to be on here, so I think probably it's going to be a couple units of Imperials. Even things out a little bit. Okay, unfortunately, it's tough to get our Dreadnought actually into a fleet. Let's see here. Let's grab 3 corvettes and an escort. Merge them with the Dreadnought. And then this fleet is mostly siege ships. Oh, hey, Dimitri. Where you at? You're at Duce? Does Duce have strategics? It does not. Does it have sterile worlds? It has a sterile world. This is not terrible. Yeah, alright, we'll do this. And then we need to try to move some population over. Where can we do that from? Oh, this is actually a miserable place for people to be, though. Alright, we'll fix this in time. It might be worth terraforming. If I terraformed it, would it change the fact that it's sterile? I'm actually not sure. But, like, what if we made it a savanna? We lose a fair amount of industry. But Duce has pretty good industry. Let's try that. Let's see if that affects the sterility of it. Alright, 79%. It's fallen pretty quickly. Remember, the siege module on the Dreadnought should be very effective. Oh, we get Photobomber Curiosity number 2. And also a quest. Scientists baffled... Okay. In the midst of a small asteroid belt, your scouts have discovered a unique crystalline building, a fractal-like lattice whose sheer intricacy boggles the mind. As your probe stops to gather a tiny sample, a massive chunk crumbles off, rotating slowly in place. The sample has some very strange properties. It appears to have some sort of weak directional resonance, like a needle in an undetectable magnetic field. Your scientists have never seen anything like it. Your fleet has its orders, of course, but you wonder if diverting your mission to seek out the source of this strange crystal-affecting field could prove profitable. With your scientists baffled, this is too good a chance to learn something potentially revolutionary. Even if it's out of the way, orbiting the asteroid field is the smart choice. So we gotta send a fleet to... Bajas. Just any fleet? That doesn't seem so hard. We'll wait for this cruiser to be finished. We'll send the 2 cruisers together. If some weird stuff spawns, they should be able to handle it. Okay, so you need to go to... hold on. I think there was one on Mizar? Is that right? Yeah, okay. Hey, Mizar has a ton of curiosities available. We might want to just search all these because it is going to be our system soon enough. Oh, we're not actually in defense mode here. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, it looks like it's time to try out our Dreadnought. I mean, they probably just run, right? Yeah, I would run if I were them. Okay, that's good for us. We're being attacked in a lot of places. Oh, hey. All the pirate fleets. I totally forgot about this quest. But yeah, I was not part of it. Search a curiosity... so yeah, this is about that pirate quest. Your experts in techno-xenoanthropology are unanimous in their opinion. The style, code, engineering quality, and substrates all point to techniques and processes used by the Mavros. This means that somewhere in the galaxy a hidden research site, well equipped with both tools and renegade troublemaking engineers, is selling fighter-bomber technology to anybody who can afford it. Unless this base can be found and this unpleasant business stopped, the Mavros will continue causing trouble for everybody. On the other hand, engineers who are that clever could be useful if their politics were slightly readjusted. Perhaps a generous bribe, a signing bonus, could convince them to come work for you rather than for somebody else. So we gotta search Andromeda 3 with 100 antimatter. Where's my scout? Let's reward. The Mavros Skunk Works is actually not that great of a... Yeah, I don't care about this. Alright, I do not want to truce with you. On some of your systems, an antiquated classification scheme used to categorize minor civilization citizens has the religious community up in arms. The classification system is mostly meaningless at this point, but to officially accede to the protesters' demands would be a small bureaucratic nightmare. Well, our approval ratings are pretty good right now, I believe. Yeah, in most places, a loss of 10% probably wouldn't even take us below 100. So we could just ignore them. I think I would rather do that than lose the industry. Alright, you guys are doing fine work. Just keep sieging. Yeah, 9 siege ships escorted by a single corvette. A battle at June, which we do not need to watch. They did manage to kill the corvette. I was a little worried we might lose siege ships there. Well, we should probably merge you back into this fleet and then finish off that ring ship. We might lose a siege ship. They're trying. They're doing their best to defend themselves. Hey, big surprise. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of desperation over here. They're getting very close to having completely eliminated the defenses on those worlds. Alright, Dill. Hold on, we gotta... some orders here. Alright, once we have a couple of big siege fleets, we can just go around murdering people's defenses. I think we're gonna take over our half of the galaxy pretty quickly. It's been building to this for a long time, but I think we're in position to do the thing. Okay, Induce is in a weird place. We have some population here. We still don't have much in the way of food. Let's work on that problem. I probably don't want to spend any influence right now because I'm a little nervous about forced truces. Let's hold our influence for the moment. On Mira, I think I'm going to improve our mining speed in preparation for this very good deposit becoming available to us. What else do we need? We need Dill and Bonnie to have orders. You can probably just do science here. And then on Bonnie... Yep. No, we're going to hold on. I want to keep myself above a threshold of about 2k, I think. That should be the goal. That way, if the cost of not falling into the truce suddenly rises a bunch, we can deal with it. Oh, hey, look, it's their colony ship. Send you guys to Bonnie. You can follow. You can follow. There we go. Alright, everybody's building stuff. Everybody's doing important things. And I think we're moving in on the ability to really expand our empire. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have a hard time actually getting the level 4 system upgrade applied. It's going to be expensive. Well, hold on a second. Before anything else happens here. Okay, there was an arc there for a moment. It has run off. Alright, we're being attacked at Centaurus. I don't know what they have that they think could possibly fight us here. Obviously, no. They're only offering me 180 dust, really? Okay. Using your crystal sample as a guide, you've led your fleet to a large, barren planet, apparently rich in minerals. But your scanners pick up no signs of life. Your team sets up a temporary camp on the surface, taking the opportunity to gather some potentially useful resources, while a smaller group makes an exploratory sweep. After performing a brief survey, one of your geologists has come to you with astonishing news. This planet is littered with thousands of small pockets of dust. Not dust in its natural form, but dust scattered in clumps and jagged patterns in the crystalline bedrock, almost as if the planet had once been violently struck by thousands of dust-bonded meteorites. A simple piezoelectric test confirms your I blew right through piezoelectric and then couldn't say geologist. Confirms your geologist's suspicions. She advises that it will take months of further study before the dust can be extracted in any usable form. You do not mention it to her, but the planet gives you a strange feeling. You feel as if you are treading over a long-forgotten graveyard. But a spare cache of dust could be useful. The dead are dead, and even if this might be a somewhat disrespectful act, your empire needs the dust. That is actually true. Alright, send an expedition. Dust deposits of this magnitude may have attracted salvage gangs. Yeah. Well, it's been a little while since we've had a lot of scouts. We lost most of them. Let's go ahead and jam out a patrol ship real fast here. Also, competitive quest. Make sure you own the trade company producing the most dust in the galaxy. Not happening. By the way, I haven't really been investing in our trade company. So your trade companies do a better job if you buy them freighters. You can see we're producing a little bit of money. But we can buy freighters to increase the dust and science or luxury and science output of the trading company. And doing this will also increase the rate at which we earn experience toward our future trading companies. If I was actually interested in completing our faction quest, this would be a vital move. But as it is, I'm trying to save my dust for more useful things. The only reason I really wanted a trading company in the first place is because we have a couple of heroes who generate extra influence as long as you have trading companies. But I don't think it's worth pushing super hard for the second one. Alright, let's get this over with. I don't know what you are thinking. Let's watch this battle, because I actually do want to see the Dreadnought in action. Is this thing going to draw the attention? I don't want our Corvette to die. I don't think these two ships will be able to get through the Dreadnought, even though it's the only thing they'll be firing at. We should update our tactics set. I'm not 100% certain that we have the most sensible tactics equipped. They have some fighters, but we have way more bombers. Skip to the action, give me the free camera. Oh, it put me over by their ships. Here we go. Look at how big this thing is. It was bigger than their ship when we were over by their ship. Here we have some cool weapons modules. I don't think there's a way to just get the camera to go up. I apologize, I'm going to have to maneuver it around a little awkwardly. Man, those bombers are getting the job done. Just look at the size of this thing. It's glorious and very shiny. Lots of bright lights. I do appreciate that. Yeah, they're going to have to come up with some serious answers, because now we have a handful of these things deployed. They're going to have a hard time killing even a single one of them. Alright, my Al's on 89. Centaurus is on 30. Yeah, the Dreadnought A2S cannons are just going to be incredibly powerful. And well, we have one of these here. Another one's coming in from Ash, and Ash is building a third. Okay, why do you think you can be here? What is wrong with you? Oh, I didn't mean to watch that. This is not a thing we need to watch. Okay, well, it doesn't matter, he retreated. Not good. Not good for them. I'm just going to go ahead and wear them all the way down. It won't take too much extra time, and again, I want to just be able to keep pushing my manpower. We're still burning manpower constantly by building ships, so we don't really have time to go back and replenish. Okay, so we do have access to some better energy weapons, which we could equip. I'm not going to bother as long as things are going as well as they are, but something to think about. Yeah, we'll wait until a couple more ships are done. We'll ship everything out all at once. So this happened. We were second on doing it. We increased our minor civilization population the second most out of all the players. That's fine. I'm a little worried this might not actually get finished, because the only curiosities that have been investigated are my own, are the ones that I have done. I guess we have a ship over on the other side of the galaxy. Like, huh. Unknown Empire ships, which is to say, privateers, probably. Okay, a battle at Pardalis. Yeah. Isn't this the exact battle they just ran from? They just brought in a new ring ship? Succeed where the other had failed? Alright, we don't actually need to watch this. This is going to be a slaughter. Oh, except we're not in the right flotillas. Okay, didn't matter. Dreadnoughts, like, large ships are terrifying.
We don't care what you think. We
I don't
destroy planets.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
You know what? If she wants to be friends, I'm down. We could have a friend. I would be down with having a friend. Let's have a chat with her.
Welcome, welcome. How can the families help?
We seem to be cool with each other. Could we, like, solidify that? Alright, we got a couple of friends. So I'm noticing a lot of red, not that much black. But this isn't their capital or anything. Huh. Wonder what's going on over here. Okay, the vultures are attacking us at Mayal. This one they could probably actually win. Yeah, this is a sad little fleet right now. I guess we turtle? I don't know that it really matters. We're gonna get obliterated here. In this case, having the cruiser at long range is pretty good. Actually, they only have a medium flotilla, right? Because they only have... I guess they have 4 combat points. Or 4 command points. No, wait, I think the second flotilla opens up at 6. Yeah, if it opened up at 4, you could use them right away. So actually, we could put the things that we're most interested in preserving. We only need 1 ship in the middle. It can just be like a bad shuttle. That suits me just fine. No, it should be our hero flagship, because that'll survive the battle no matter what. Oh, right, the hero flagship is 0 command points, though. So yeah, this will be interesting. Actually, I want to watch this. I want to see how this goes. So they'll have to kill that thing, and then because they're engaging other flotillas, I believe they'll be treated as fighting at long, despite the fact that they're not, you know, that they're not in a flotilla that is doing the long distance thing. I'm actually pretty curious how this is going to go. Because if it is the case that they are considered to be whoa, zoom function. If it is the case that they're considered to be fighting at long when fighting another flotilla, no matter what, then their weapons are going to be pretty ineffective, and I actually think they won't deal much damage. Which would be great, because a lot of our ships are in pretty poor shape. Yeah, and the bombers are on them now. Okay, never mind. Apparently we're going to win this overwhelmingly. We did lose the shuttle. Yeah, I really thought with our ships as damaged as they were that was going to go worse, but there's more to it than that. Battles in this game are a complicated thing. I hope that has been expressed properly. There's a lot of system in the combat systems. Okay, we can probably go ahead and do the drop. We don't have a lot of manpower in any of our fleets. Never mind. This fleet's actually totally good. Alright, do it. We'll blitz, because we actually do have a ton of reinforcements available here. Between the 3 fleets, we're on top of it. Okay, that's really bad for them. That's going to completely collapse this influence bubble. It's going to have bad effects on Mayal's position. We are actually probably not even... like, we're going to finish taking Mayal because we started, I think. But we don't really need to, huh? We would totally get this through Pacific conversion eventually. Not even eventually, like not that long from now, I think. Okay, this is weird. There's a single small attack ship here. Come on, game. I know you underestimate the value of the cruisers, but that's ridiculous. Alright, we don't need to watch this. Yeah, he saw the writing on the wall. So Cran, which has now produced some new ships, I don't know that I want to produce any more. I also don't think I need to spend a bunch of antimatter on approval right now. So I guess for the moment, let's make this. No reason not to have it. I guess let's just build a couple of cheap things here. But I think we're going to end up converting ourselves into dust production in a number of systems for a little while, just because we're running out of important things to build. And in fact, Leo, we can convert this lava planet to something else, something a little bit more pleasant now. Leo is no longer required to be a manufacturing powerhouse. In fact, it's quite far from all of the places where that would be necessary. Alright, we have a couple of sterile worlds. We could use some AI labor. I think things are really coming together for us. All these cruisers on Bonnie. And this dreadnought over there as well. I'm a little nervous about all the green ships we're seeing over here. You guys, I guess, try to get over here. Which one of these is the quest? It's okay, it's over here. There we are. A 100 whole science. Alright, yeah, let's just start searching stuff here. I think we're gonna... This is gonna be our system soon enough. So we discovered a Hyperium vein and a unit of population. Amoeba population. Okay, that's a good one. Imagine that. Imagine being the civilization on Mizar and seeing the other empire, the enemy empire, just like peacefully surveying your planets, because they know soon it'll be theirs. It's grim. It's some grim stuff. Alright, we do not have a lot of manpower here. And I imagine they're going to engage in some conscription. Let's just blow up the whole surface of the planet. We're gonna have to hollow this place out, basically. The whole surface of all of the planets in the system, really. Yeah, I'll let this run out. So this is a medium and 2 smalls. Like, I don't think I want these guys around. We can take them. So they are missile ships, long-range missile ships. We want to get right in close with extra hull plating absorption. And I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. I do not think that this is a blowout on in our favor at all. A little nervous. It really depends on how quickly the bombers get where they're going. So really, they chose to send the bombers after the small ships. Both of them chose to send bombers after the small ships before the medium ship. Despite the fact that obviously bombers do much more damage to larger ships. Maybe the targeting decision is made by what they expect the time to kill to be. They just send the bombers after whatever has the lowest time to kill. Boy, that's pretty short, actually. It is fun to watch them work. Let's head over here. How's damage going? Looks like we're not really sustaining very much. Alright, we're gonna watch the jaw get blown up without the overlay on. Wait, I need the overlay to... Okay, the bombers... Here we go. I need the overlay to identify where the bombers are coming from. Did you know it's hard to see small, fast-moving objects in outer space? Oh, he missed with his missile shot. That's embarrassing. Can we swing around here and get, like, yeah, here we go, the lit side of the ships. The side that's toward the star. Man, look at the detail, the blast marks and stuff. This is a cool looking ship. Well, I don't know if these guys were pirates or privateers or what. But whatever they were up to, it's handled. Also, science. Okay, you don't have anything to do this turn. You guys just need to keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, alright, I think we're good. And Taurus has fallen. The fleet's headed to Gatria next. Regulus after that. We're about to completely take the Vultures out of the game. I really thought it would be the Sophons who fell first. I mean, it's the Dreadnoughts, really. So, Centaurus is going to need... What is your level 2 system mastery? Okay. That's not a bad one. For our purposes. It does explain why these systems were doing such a good job fighting back against what I thought would be an overwhelming amount of influence. So let's see. We have hot, sterile, 4 hot worlds, 3 of which are sterile. Actually, let's put AI labor first. Then this will be great. Then this. Well, this will get done faster. It can help engine us into the other things. This is also good. You know, we can rush a couple of these. I better not spend another 600. Okay, we'll figure stuff out from there. Actually, hold on a second. Population's kind of tight. I guess this is a tiny lava world. Man, we gotta... Alright, get this stuff done. Get on your feet, and then we're going to have to redesign that whole system. Some heavy terraforming ahead. Alright, ground battle at Juyin. We continue to just bombard the heck out of the planet ahead of the advance of our soldiers. We still don't have the manpower necessary to do switch to tanks.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
Okay, they're going to send us a proposal, in case you couldn't read the black on black there. Oh my. An Ark has arrived on Fagus. Wow. What class is an Ark? I imagine Arks are considered to be large. They're considered to be Ark-sized. So does that mean... Do bombers get a... Hold on, we gotta look at our bomber module. How does this work? Oh, that's right, we have the improved designs now. We should take advantage of these. But anyway, the bomber module does not have a listed DPS modifier against Arks. My guess would be that they do large ship damage against Arks. But I'm not certain. Well, the loss of an Ark is expensive. We should try to do this. We should try to take this. Let's see if we can get it. This Ark's weapon systems are, designed for medium-range combat, as you might have expected. They are fully projectile shielded. I don't know that we're going to be able to do this. Very curious to see what's going to happen here. The game has us ranked about even, which is strange to me. Okay, he chose to play short, even though short's not really... I mean, I guess there aren't a huge number of tactics that have a medium flotilla as your middle one. My concern here is that... oh, actually, that Ark doesn't have as much health as I thought it might. Look at the size of it, though. Hold on, I'm going to turn off the overlay. Let's just have a look at this thing. You know, it's easy to see Ark and to know what this thing does. It travels around, it carries your populations around from system to system. And think like Noah's Ark. But this looks more like a Shadowrun level. Like this looks a little bit like the Renraku Arcology to me. Actually, we completely obliterated it and did not take any meaningful damage. Wow. That was a lot of people that just died there. All of a sudden, for just a moment, I comprehended the scale of it. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. What's up? We lost a vaulter on Centaurus. Oh yeah, Centaurus is very angry. They're losing food, I'm sure. Okay, hold on. We'll deal with this in a second. Let's grab our Dreadnought and head to Gotria. So we have 6 move. We don't want to run these guys out to Gotria just yet. I'm actually going to... Do we have... No, we don't have very much manpower. I was going to say, somebody needs to go to Juyin and help. This fleet also doesn't really have a ton of manpower. Yeah, we're going to need, like, assistance over here pretty soon. How about you guys? Yeah, alright, that might be... The fleet on Novarus' role is to go to Juyin and help them actually take it. I'm having a lot of trouble dealing with the armed scientists. They're very, very good at operating those combat improvements. We have discovered basic monohull plating. I don't even think that's better than the current the defense module, the plating module that we have currently. But a lot of that's because, you know, we're pretty far up the military quadrant. Military militants! Get more military. Get more militarist. Get that thing. At this point, it seems like that's all we got left. Okay, these guys will arrive at the same time as the Dreadnought. Yeah, I think the Vaulters are about to be out of commission. Also, we really just need to, like, refill the manpower in our ships. We desperately, desperately need to send some of our guys back to friendly planets, friendly systems, to just refuel. You know what we could do, though? We could probably take the final level of infantry upgrades, because that doesn't cost any manpower. Alright, our infantry are as good as they could possibly be. There's no manpower in this fleet, so there's no sense. Yeah, alright. Let's see if 79 fully upgraded infantry is good enough to deal with the conscription. It was not. And that's a shame, because they're going to do conscription again next turn and gain just as many troops, and we're just going to have fewer total troops. Man, these Sophons really did set up to be unconquerable. They're doing a great job. I was way more worried about the Vaulters. So these Savannah worlds, yeah, these guys should be movable. Huh, why are you happier on this? Oh... The resource deposits. Yeah, that makes sense. So can we... What about this world? This world's slightly negative. This world's considerably negative. But if I move out of here, like, can we... Yeah, okay, we can get to ecstatic. That's what I was looking for. Let's take this time to get infinite supermarkets. And then... Yeah, temperate planets. Alright. Continuing on with the science. And where's the rest of the Lumeris Empire, I wonder? Just fan out some probes from here, since Mrigashi does not seem to currently be guarded. So is it all... Are all the remaining ones? It's these 3 and then the one on Rotanev? I guess we should go and explore Rotanev. Get that 4th one chalked up so that we know we'll at least tie for first on the quest. But I guess that won't happen if the quest is never finished. So maybe I don't even need to think about this. Alright, the Ark is recoverable. I don't think there's anything we can do to make that not true. Alright, we discovered 30 Hyperium. And your expedition has managed to extract a fair amount of dust from the landscape, along with a large number of lumpy crystalline geodes. But despite your early misgivings, you are no closer to answering the planet's mysteries than before. As your ships ascend, kicking clouds of dirt up from the planet's surface, a small warning lamp illuminates the communications station in your capital ship. Before you know it, you are receiving panic transmissions from the rest of your fleet. You're under attack from rocks? An explosion makes your ship lurch, snapping you out of your confusion. This is no time for contemplation. The battle is in full swing. The expedition to the planet's surface has awoken something. Something angry. Even if it's only rocks, you're going to need to keep your wits about you. Prepare for battle. Yeah, I think I'm ready for battle, and we'll be alright. They don't look like rocks, they look like sophons. Well, this should be completely trivial. We don't need to watch that. I do believe we have it under control. Alright, the dust settles and your ships limp smoking out of the atmosphere. During the battle, you caught a glimpse of one of the attacking ships. A ship made of bright blue crystal hidden beneath a layer of rock. Your thoughts flit to the first thing that comes to mind, an ancient race called the Harmony, who were supposedly wiped out centuries ago by a plague created by the Endless. But your historical knowledge is lacking. You make a mental note to read up more when you have the time. On your ship's bridge, your geologist and you share a look of relief. The majority of your crew has survived the day. Perhaps, for the moment, that is the most important thing. So the Harmony were in Endless Space 1, I believe. I think the expansion was like all about them. I don't really know anything about them aside from that. Okay, more cruisers to the big war. Actually, how much manpower do these guys have? Some. Okay, more cruisers to Juyin. At this point, some is about all we can manage. Okay, we gain control of a nebula. A nebula that is fairly far away from our system. Good job. Alright, and then here in Kochab, we are only pretty happy. We can do better than pretty happy. First of all, colonial rights will be great here. Now, we should probably reverse those, so we can be ecstatic while we're building the colonial rights. Just be getting that extra food and influence. Okay. We are totally not going to be able to take these worlds. We're going to need more manpower to be shipped in. That's embarrassing. We need to get the dreadnoughts over here. Just deliver a dreadnought-sized manpower burst. Alright, keep bombing them. Let them know who's boss. It's us, but we're succeeding by less each time. We are costing the system a considerable amount of population. They will run out of people eventually. Yeah, over here we're just... It's just not working. Well, we did some damage. We killed a population without conscription. Absolutely not. Never, ever, ever. Cabal of the Black Nebula. That's even a dumb name. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, we've almost made it to Gatria. Here we have another arc, which I am considerably less afraid of now. We got to build a fleet that can actually fight. Never mind, we can't. God, this fleet's in bad shape. Well, the Ark doesn't seem interested in fighting us, which is maybe a good enough reason to go ahead and fight it. I'm just thinking, you know, if it's afraid... Let's try to deliver a bunch more firepower before we go after it, because right now the only combat ships in the system are very badly wounded. Alright, Trappist 1 has produced a bunch more ships for us. Honestly, Trappist 1 might be a place that we deliver population to the rest of our empire from in the near future. I don't know, make a honeycomb scope. You're kind of like on the edge of the Empire. If, theoretically, there was stuff out here that I had somehow missed that maybe was not visible to us at our old tech level or whatever, the scope could find it. Alright, Kyrus really does just need stuff. We already built the food building that's going to be most effective. We have no luxury deposits. This is just plus 20% food, which is not a whole lot, actually. We do have 2 sterile worlds, and they have most of the system population. Yeah, let's make this. And, I mean, at some point we're going to want that. Let's go ahead and queue it up. Alright, and just to make sure I'm not missing anything with any of my... Okay, yeah, you, actually. Definitely should move. Make sure we're not missing anything with any of our idle ships. What do we have coming in here? Oh, it's a bunch of leechers. Yeah, we definitely need to defend. So, one of the things that is very frustrating about dealing with Vodyani is this. The leechers will orbit your system, and they will literally just draw the life force out of the inhabitants of the system. It sucks. And this many ships can do it very, very quickly. So they'll consume our population entirely if we don't stop them. Fortunately, they have very, very poor attack and defense systems, as you can see there. Not a lot of health. We should be able to easily destroy them with these ships. Cruisers are not ideal for this. What you really want to be using are, like, small attackers, probably. But we'll be alright. Okay, it looks like everybody else doing what they need to be doing. Oh, wait a second. That ship hit a junction and still has movement left. Okay, so we've got some Lumiere ships. Ooh, an Annihilator. I am not the only player who has carriers. Technically, the Cravers are at war with us. All that's actually doing right now is providing us with 15 approval. Oh, no, wait. Did they actually declare? I think they threatened me. No, they didn't actually declare. Well, I kind of wish they would, because 15 approval, and I don't think they'd actually attack. Oops, zoomed in a little too far there. Ooh. Okay, a support module that increases your influence. Quite a bit, actually. We might be due for some new ship designs soon. Put stuff like that to use. Alright, Novus is angry. Well, that's probably solvable. Why is Novus so angry? I mean, I knew people here weren't happy, but I thought we were working on it. Well... Yeah, I'll deal with it in a second. So we have all of the approval stuff in place? Yeah, just these planets are horrible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build the microwave pipes, quickly, and then we're going to start terraforming planets aggressively, because we actually have most of the stuff we need. We'll finish the well-being foundation first. Because we're still not going to be, like, overjoyed to be living here. But that shouldn't be a problem. We're not going to be in trouble for very long on this one. Okay, honestly, the defense strength of this planet is not that huge. Hopefully this won't take long. I don't know why you think I'm going to let you get away with this. But we don't need to watch this. This will be trivial and short. Yeah, better to just run. Let's chase them. We'll get there before they will. We'll just wait here. I don't think these guys have anything that's going to be a real danger to our fleet of 3 cruisers. Like, these arcs are going to be very, very easy to destroy. Alright, ground battle here that we will lose, but we're going to keep blowing them up. Fighting us to a draw, but they're losing 2 population every time they do it. And yeah, this one's over, but we do get to conduct one last round of aggressive bombing. Yeah, we just need We just need manpower. Alright, Mayal is weakening considerably. Okay, this little system has quadronics. Normal size deposit. Alright. Yep, go forth and deliver 23 manpower. And I guess I'm going to send you to Mizar, and I'm going to divert you to Rotanev. I don't think this is ever going to complete, unless I complete all 8 parts of it, it looks like. I guess once the other factions know that they're not going to score well on it, there's not a lot of incentive for them to finish the searches. And remember, we could take Arkob at any time now. Oh, no, we can't. We were beaten to Suzerain's ship here by the AI. Well, we could still take their quest? No, we cannot take their quest, because they're bad. Alright. Well. You'll notice they only have 1 population. It is probably the case that the Vodyani have been leeching them for power, because they need the stuff that they drink out of your people, the soup, to power their expansion engine. It's what arcs are made of. We might play as Vodyani next, because they are pretty weird. They're pretty weird and cool. Okay, we've been offered a bunch of Guardians. I really don't think we need more Commanders. Or an Overseer. Welcome to the team. And, you know, Imperials have useful skills, like Rousing Orator. Boy, I don't have any idea where we're going to put her. Just somewhere where the population's good, so that she's getting maximum benefit out of all of her per population point skills that we just took. Cran, I mean... What about a place where the population's good, but that is closer to the front? So that we can get a little bit more value out of the expanding influence. I guess there really isn't one. Well, let's put her in Mira then. Good population. She'll get what she's after there. I think I just want to keep going as far away from the stuff I know as possible. We're actually not even really in the middle yet. This is a very large galaxy type. It has had some interesting implications. I'm glad I'm not just playing on the same one as usual. Okay, Trappist 1. Oh, I forgot to launch the ships from here. We gotta deal with that. You are ecstatic. I mean, +1 science per population. We do have an anomaly. We have a couple of anomalies. We actually have reasonable population on this system now. And let's make those microwave pipes. Microwave pipes are very powerful. Alright, I imagine I don't want this dreadnought just sitting around here. It has no manpower to speak of, so I don't really want to run it over to Lake Zhuyin. But we could move it to Mizar and have it start sieging them. Yeah, it's not actually going to be able to take the planet, but we can soften up the defenses for when it is time to take the planet. Alright, so where do we want these guys to go? I imagine manpower... Oh, no, there actually is some manpower in these ships. Alright, head in that general direction. Okay, Cran, which has built its scope. I mean, we're going to be building microwave pipes everywhere, because they're great. Any place that has basically any population at all benefits heavily from having microwave pipes. Okay, Bonnie is still ecstatic. Beatrice is a little bit less populated than I was thinking. Whatever, it's fine. Alright, I was kind of hoping to have eliminated the Vaulters by the end of the video. I don't think we're quite going to get there, unfortunately. And we'll do one more turn. I knew the Sophans were going to be this is like pulling teeth over here. Still engaged in battle at Pardalis. Unfortunately, we are losing. Well, we softened both of the systems up considerably. We have been attacked at Mayal by a single Drakkar. Unfortunately, we only have 9 command points now. But yeah, something like this makes a lot of sense. We should put in the middle a ship that... Oh yeah, this guy. Ship that has a reasonable amount of health. Oh, but the station is not good at fighting at long range. Alright. Well, we don't need to watch this. I think the bombers are going to carry the day there. I gotta say, Hadrilenko is making a lot of victories out of not a lot of ship. A lot of really, really bad ships engaged in these battles. Yeah, we've been sieging for like a turn. We're already down to 75% here. Bodes very, very well for us. Alright, how's Leo? Yeah, Leo's happier. We're getting there. Honestly, it's probably worth putting down a well-being foundation here. I guess we should do that before the Edenization. Could use the industrial zones. In fact, I should move population over to this this world. But you guys like to be happy. Yeah, all right. We don't have anybody who cares about any of the planet archetypes here, or planet attributes rather. Someday, we'll have enough manpower for our ships to be mostly full. No, absolutely not. What are you thinking? How am I going to fall for that? Okay, we just lost our blanket plus 20 approval. Rebellious star systems increase the rebellion level of your empire. If the maximum rebellion level is reached, your government will switch to a dictatorship, and the opposite political party of your current prime senator will be elected. That's interesting. It's just the one system that's mutinous? No, obviously Centaurus is unhappy. We just conquered them. Are we working on that? Not really. Let's put that in there. Accelerate things a little bit. You know, I can just rush this. That's fine. And actually, I can probably... Ooh, that's a little pricey. Okay. We can fix that. Pirates, man. Pirates everywhere, all the time. I don't know why the AI never clears out their pirates. Alright, here on Lores, I think we should be able to defeat these arcs pretty easily. There's a pair of them. I think we should win this. Go. Go, do fight. I think the game is once again underestimating the value of our bombers, but it's possible that these arcs are better outfitted than the one that attacked us. I would think that if you were going to put an arc into battle, you would make sure that it was well equipped first. But who knows, maybe that's not at all what happened. Yeah, they're really not doing any damage to speak of. Like, these arcs have more health than the one we fought, but I don't think they're going to survive too much longer. And their damage output is pathetic. This arc over here hasn't taken any damage. Are the bombers from this ship all the way over here? Is that what's happening? Did it send its bombers to the wrong place? I think it did. They seem to focus fire, which actually is nice. It's not necessary in this case, but it is nice. Man, that is quite an explosion. Also, check out the binary star system in the background here. I assume that the system we're orbiting actually is a binary. Well, we don't need to keep watching this. That is very sad for them. So the arcs, the Vodyani never actually settle down on the planets. They live in their arcs all the time. The arcs gain resources from the planet, so any system that is owned by the Vodyani actually just has an arc in it, and the arc is siphoning the resources out of the planet. And then we'll wait here for the much slower Vodyani leechers to arrive so that we can destroy them. Because screw those guys. Also, hey, logistics fleet. Okay. Well, things are going. We really need manpower. I gotta fix this manpower issue. It's starting to become a real thing. We should probably pull the combat ships from this fleet, merge all of our combat stuff together, and then merge all of our siege ships together. Okay, and I think that is going to do it for us for today. We're making some very serious headway against the Vaulters. Some, honestly, embarrassingly less serious headway against the Sophons, although it does look like we've crippled them pretty badly. Come back next time. I think, for the first time in quite a while, we're going to make some serious headway on expanding our empire, and we're looking toward that victory condition. And we'll see you then.